Hey everyone, this is a guitar tutorial for Abba by Gateway Worship featuring Leeland. Before we begin, please consider subscribing to my channel or give this video a like and comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future. Additionally, if you're interested in any of the gear that you see today, there are links in the description below. And speaking of which, if you'd like to support my channel further, you can click the three dots that are underneath the video. That'll come up with a menu and it should have a button for thanks. So I appreciate anything that you can give. All right, let's go for it. So grab your guitar and a capo and let's get started. All right, so we're going to have to put our capo on the 4th fret to match the original key, which is F sharp, and we're playing in the key of D. So here are the following chords you need to know. D over F sharp, G, A, E minor, and B minor. All right, so let's cover D over F sharp. It happens in almost every part of the song, minus the intro and the verses. So put your index finger on the low E string, 2nd fret relative to the capo, middle finger, G string, 2nd fret, also relative to the capo, and ring finger on the B string, 3rd fret. And you get to strum almost everything minus the bottom E string. You'll notice that your index finger is blunting the A string by accident. That's actually okay. You don't need to have that A string ring out. For the G chord, put your middle finger down on the low E, 3rd fret, index finger A string, 2nd fret, and ring finger and pinky are covering the high E and B strings of the 3rd fret. You get to strum all the strings for this. And that's G. For the A chord, put your index finger and middle finger in the 2nd fret, covering the D and G strings. Now, normally you would put your ring finger down on the B string with them, but you don't need to because it's going to sound more open this way. And I've also seen chord charts which use A2, so you might want to think about that. Next up, we have E minor. You just take that same shape and bump it up 1 string each. Now you're on the A and D strings, and you could also throw in that B string 3rd fret if you want added flair. Without that B string pressed down. So it's up to you on what kind of E minor you'd like to use. I like to change it up a little bit here and there throughout the song. All right, and last but not least, B minor. You're going to have to bar this one for the 2nd fret, A string all the way down in the E. Press it down with that index finger, middle finger down, B string, 3rd fret, and ring finger and pinky are covering the D and G strings of the 4th fret. This is the B minor chord, but don't strum the low E. All right, so that about does it for chords. Now, one final word before we play through the song. Just keep in mind that there's hardly much of an acoustic guitar part for the beginning part and pretty much the first few minutes. But I'm going to try to be as tasteful as I can playing along to the recording, and imagine myself if I was on a smaller worship team or a church with a small budget. So keep that in mind, and maybe you guys are in that situation. Hopefully that'll help you out. Just be a little flexible and we'll dive in. Here we go. G, A, G, A, G, A, G, A, G, A, G, A, E minor, D over F sharp, A, E minor, D over F sharp, G, A, G, D, A, G, D, A, G, B minor, A, E minor, D over F sharp, A, E minor, D over F sharp, A, G, A, G, A, G, A, D over F sharp, G, A, G, A, E minor, D over F sharp, A, E minor, D over F sharp, G, A, G, D, A, G, D, A, G, B minor, A, E minor, D over F sharp, A, E minor, D over F sharp, A, G, A,
I'm yours forever.
G,
Is that your prayer?
A, E minor, D over F sharp, A. Same chords for a while. E minor, D over F sharp, A.
Yours forever.
E minor, D over F sharp, A.
Abba, Father.
E minor, D over F sharp, A. 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 G, B minor, A. E minor, D over F sharp, A. E minor, D over F sharp, A. E minor, D over F sharp, A. G, E minor, A. E minor, D over F sharp, A. E minor, D over F sharp, A. E minor, D over F sharp, A. G, B minor, A. G, B minor, A. Break, G, D, A. G, D, A. G, B minor, A. E minor, D over F sharp, 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 A. G, B minor, A. G, B minor, A. G, B minor, A. E minor, D over F sharp, A. E minor, D over F sharp, A, E minor, D over F sharp, A, E minor, D over F sharp, A. Well, everyone, I hope that I was able to help you out with that tutorial. So let's go over some things that I was doing at the beginning of the song. And remember, there's not really a specific acoustic guitar part. So whatever you choose to do it tastefully and do it so that it complements the keyboard. And that's the best advice I can give you. Now, you can finger pick like what I was doing at the beginning. And this is what you could do. You could just finger pick whole notes or do these 3 strings, which is what I started with. Starting with the G chord and just doing the low E, the D string, and then the G string. And then the A chord, fingering that and starting with my thumb on the A string now, and then D and G. So just that same progression again, low E, D, G with the G chord shape, A, D, G with the A chord shape. And that's what I did for the intro. Again, you don't have to do that, but whatever complements your team, that's what you should roll with. Next up, when the strumming pattern really kind of comes in, at least as far as I can tell, you have more of an 8th note pattern. You're just going to go up and down. Super simple, just a down up 8th note pattern. You could probably start that on the 2nd verse. If you don't want to do that then, you can save it for a little bit later. Next up, we have the bridge, and it's really just straight down strums, starting on E minor, D over F sharp, and then A. Nothing special about that, except remember, you're just straight down strumming and those 3 chords, holding that A just a little bit longer. For the last part, we have that G, B minor A to end each section of the bridge. And then once the full strumming really comes in and the whole band's playing, or ta 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 ta. Last but not least, if you want to play the electric guitar part, sounds something very close to this. And that would be the pre-chorus part. Happens a few times, I believe, in the bridge as well. So it starts with an E minor, and you're strumming that low string, really emphasizing the B string after each section. And kind of slower, just watch that right hand. I can't really explain it because I'm kind of doing it by feel. So do the best you can by watching. And again, I'll try to slow it down as slow as I can play it. Now resolve on that A chord, just a traditional A chord shape with that ring finger on the B string. So I'm starting that pick on the lowest string, that low E. And then I believe that's the D string, and then finally the B. Same strings, just a different chord shape. And same strings again, but starting on the A string instead. So if you can try to pull that off, that's awesome. And that's only if you don't have an electric guitar player. Let your electric guitarist handle that and everything will be fine. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future. And last but not least, if you'd like to donate to the channel, you can click those 3 dots next to the like button. There should be a small menu that comes up that says thanks. You can click that and you can go from there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great week. God bless.